Imagine this. You're in a beauty salon, mixing face creams in the back room. You're not a chemist, you have no fancy degree, you're just someone who loves skincare and believes women deserve to feel beautiful. So you start approaching women at beauty salons, in department stores, on the street, and you hand them free samples of your products. You talk to them, you listen to them, you make them feel special, and then you do something genius. You convince the best department stores in America to let you sell your products, not by advertising, but by giving away more free samples and teaching women how to use them. Her name was Estée Lauder, and she turned that simple strategy into one of the most successful cosmetics companies in the world. Today, Estée Lauder Companies is worth over $100 billion. But here's the secret. She didn't have a huge advertising budget. She didn't have fancy connections. She just believed that if you give people a great experience and a great product, they'll become loyal customers for life. Today, Lily and I are diving into Estée Lauder's brilliant story and brainstorming a business idea inspired by her strategy that you can start today. This is Tallie Talks. Let's start the show.
She's got a mind, she's got a spark, lighting up dreams from dawn to dark. Tallie Talks, yeah, she's the voice, asking the questions, making the choice. Young hustlers rising, stories to tell, big ideas where passions dwell. Pull up a chair, grab your seat, let's talk the hustle, let's feel the beat. Tallie Talks, yeah, Tallie Talks, turning whispers into walks, dreaming big, take the shot. This is the place where dreams get called. Tallie Talks, oh, Tallie Talks, Tallie Talks, ooh, yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Season 2 of Tallie Talks. I'm Tallie Pennyworth, and we are 10 episodes into this amazing season.
Last week, we talked about Stan Lee, the man who created the Marvel Universe by deciding to write the stories he believed in instead of following formulas.
And we learned to create authentically, make our work relatable, and build community. So Lily, welcome back.
Thanks, Tallie. I'm really excited about today's episode because Estée Lauder's marketing strategies were absolutely brilliant.
Right? She basically invented influencer marketing before social media even existed.
She really did. She understood human psychology better than almost anyone in business.
Okay, quick question before we dive in. Do you have a skincare routine?
I do. Nothing too fancy, but I definitely wash my face and use moisturizer every day. What about you?
Same. I'm all about sunscreen and keeping it simple. My mom is always telling me to take care of my skin now, so I'll thank her later.
Smart mom. And that's exactly the kind of advice Estée Lauder was giving women back in the 1940s and 50s.
Let's get into her story.
So Estée Lauder was born Josephine Esther Mentzer in 1908 in Queens, New York. Her parents were Hungarian Jewish immigrants who ran a hardware store. Estée was the youngest of 9 children.
Another big family. That's a pattern we're seeing with a lot of these entrepreneurs.
It is. Growing up, Estée was fascinated by beauty. She loved watching women get ready, loved makeup and skincare. Her uncle, John Schatz, was a chemist who created face creams in a little lab behind their house.
Oh, so that's where she learned about skincare.
Exactly. Estée would watch him work, and she became obsessed with his products, especially a face cream called Super Rich All-Purpose Cream. She believed in it so much that she started giving it to friends and demonstrating it at beauty salons.
So she was basically doing grassroots marketing.
Yes. And here's what made Estée special. She had this incredible ability to connect with women. She would approach complete strangers and say, "Your skin is beautiful, but imagine how much more radiant it could be." And she'd offer to give them a facial right there using her uncle's products.
Wait, she just give free facials to strangers?
Absolutely. In beauty salons, at social events, anywhere. And while she worked on their faces, she'd talk to them, compliment them, make them feel special. It was personal, and women loved it.
That's such smart marketing. She's creating an experience, not just selling a product.
Exactly. In 1930, Estée married Joseph Lauder, later changed to Lauder, and in 1946, they officially started Estée Lauder Companies with 4 products: face cream, cleansing oil, lotion, and all-purpose cream.
Just 4 products, that's it?
That's it. But they were high quality and Estee sold them with passion.
Okay, so she has 4 products and she's giving facials. How does this turn into a huge company?
Through pure persistence and genius marketing. Estee's big dream was to get her products into department stores, especially high-end stores like Saks Fifth Avenue. But department stores wouldn't take a chance on an unknown brand.
So how did she convince them?
She got creative. One story says that Estee was at a charity event at a fancy hotel. She accidentally dropped a bottle of her Youth Dew perfume on the floor. It broke, and the fragrance filled the room. Women started asking, "What is that smell? Where can I get it?"
Wait, she did that on purpose?
Possibly. Estee was brilliant at creating buzz. And eventually, in 1948, Saks Fifth Avenue agreed to carry her products. But Estee knew that just being on the shelf wasn't enough. She had to make women want to buy.
So what did she do?
She invented the free sample strategy. Estee would stand at the Saks counter herself and give away free samples to every woman who walked by. She'd do makeovers, teach women how to use the products, and make them feel beautiful and important.
So she wasn't just selling, she was educating and connecting.
Exactly. And here's the genius part. When women got home and tried the samples, they loved the products and came back to buy more. Plus, they told their friends. Estee created word-of-mouth marketing.
That's so smart. So she spent money on samples instead of advertising.
Yes. While other companies were spending millions on magazine ads, Estee was giving away product and creating personal relationships. She called it telephone, telegraph, telewoman.
Okay, so the free sample strategy is working. What happens next?
Estee keeps innovating. In 1953, she launches Youth Dew, a bath oil that doubled as a perfume. At the time, perfume was expensive and women mostly received it as gifts from men. But Youth Dew was affordable and marketed as something women could buy for themselves.
She's empowering women to treat themselves.
Exactly. Youth Dew became a massive hit. It sold 50,000 bottles in the first year, then millions. It put Estée Lauder on the map.
That's incredible.
And Estée kept growing the company. She launched Clinique in 1968, the first dermatologist-developed cosmetics brand. She created Aramis, a line for men. She expanded internationally. And she always focused on quality and customer experience.
So she never lost sight of what made her successful in the first place.
Right. And here's something interesting. Estée rarely did traditional advertising. Instead, she spent her money on product quality, beautiful packaging, and those free samples. She understood that the best marketing is a great product that people actually experience.
That's such a different approach from most companies.
It was revolutionary, and it worked. By the 1970s, Estée Lauder was one of the most successful women in business in America. She was in department stores worldwide. She was worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
All from mixing face cream in a back room?
All from that, plus incredible business instincts and understanding what women really wanted. Not just products, but to feel valued, beautiful, and special. Estée Lauder died in 2004 at age 97, but her company is still thriving. Today, the Estée Lauder Companies owns brands like MAC, Bobbi Brown, La Mer, Jo Malone, Tom Ford Beauty, over 25 brands. The company is worth over $100 billion.
That's insane. And her family still runs it, right?
They do. Her son Leonard ran the company for decades, and now her grandson William is involved. It's a family business that became a global empire.
What do you think was her secret?
I think it was this. Estée understood that business is personal. She didn't just sell products, she created relationships. She made every woman feel like she was important, like she deserved to feel beautiful. And that emotional connection is more powerful than any advertisement.
So it's not about the product, it's about how the product makes people feel.
Exactly. Estée said, "I didn't get there by wishing for it or hoping for it, but by working for it." She hustled every single day, giving samples, talking to customers, perfecting products. She earned her success.
Quick reminder. If you're loving these stories about entrepreneurs who changed the world, you need to check out Blueprints of Power, the podcast my co-host Lily does with Jack and Charlie. They explore the greatest empires in history and make it super entertaining. Did you know the British Empire at its peak controlled about a quarter of the world's population and land? It's wild. The entire first season is on YouTube right now. Go subscribe, watch all the episodes, and tell them Tallie sent you. That's Blueprints of Power on YouTube. You're going to love it. All right, we're back. Lily, what's the big lesson from Estée Lauder's story?
The lesson is, experience is the best marketing. Estée didn't spend millions on ads. She gave away samples and let the product speak for itself. When people try something and love it, they become loyal customers. Experience beats advertising every time.
So it's like, let people try before they buy and make that experience amazing.
Exactly. And here's the other lesson. Personal connection creates loyalty. Estée didn't just sell cosmetics. She made women feel special, valued, and beautiful. That emotional connection is what kept them coming back.
So it's not just what you sell, it's how you make people feel when they buy it.
Yes, and one more thing. Quality matters more than quantity. Estée started with just 4 products, but they were excellent. She believed in them completely. Don't try to do everything. Do a few things extraordinarily well.
I love that. So, let people experience your product. Samples and trials create customers. Build personal connections that create loyalty. And focus on quality over quantity.
Perfect.
All right, time for the kid business brainstorm. What business can kids start inspired by Estée Lauder?
Okay, so Estée was all about giving samples, creating personal experiences, and focusing on quality, right?
Right. So what if kids started a sample-based product business?
Yes, I love this. Okay, so here's the idea. You create a high-quality product, but instead of trying to sell it right away, you give away samples and let the product prove itself.
Ooh, what kind of products?
Lots of options. You could make natural lip balm or lotion, buy ingredients like beeswax, coconut oil, shea butter, essential oils, and create small sample sizes to give away. Or you could bake signature cookies or brownies and give out samples at school or events, or make custom bookmarks and give away mini versions.
Or what about homemade soap? You could make natural soaps with fun scents and give out sample-size bars.
Perfect. Or custom tea blends, create unique herbal tea combinations, and give out sample bags so people can try before buying a full tin.
I love all these ideas. So how would you actually run this business?
First, perfect your product. Make something you're truly proud of. High quality, thoughtful, well-made. Test it with family and friends. Get feedback and improve it.
Then create samples. Make them nice, not just thrown together. Package them beautifully, include labels with your name or business name, maybe a little card explaining the product.
Yes, Estée understood that presentation matters. Even a free sample should feel special.
Then you give them away strategically, not randomly. Target places where your ideal customers are. If you're selling lip balm, give samples to people at outdoor sports events or school. If you're selling cookies, give samples at community events or farmers markets.
Exactly. And here's the key. Don't just hand out samples silently. Talk to people. Say, I make natural lip balm with lavender and peppermint. I'd love for you to try it and let me know what you think. Create that personal connection Estée was so good at.
And you could collect contact info. Like, if you love this sample, text me or follow my Instagram and I'll let you know when full sizes are available.
Perfect. That way, you're building a customer list. When people try the sample and love it, you can reach out and say, full sizes are ready. $5 each or 3 for $12.
And you could do the first purchase special. Like, thanks for trying my sample. Use code SAMPLE10 for 10% off your first order.
Yes, that rewards people for taking a chance on you. And what would kids learn from this business? Product development, quality control, packaging design, personal sales skills, customer relationship management, and the power of sampling as a marketing strategy.
Plus, you're learning that building a business takes patience. You're investing in samples, giving away product before you make money. That's thinking long-term.
Exactly. Estée spent money on samples for years before she became hugely successful. She understood that creating loyal customers is worth more than making a quick sale.
And you could track your results. Like, I gave out 50 samples and 15 people bought full-size products. That's a 30% conversion rate. That teaches you about marketing effectiveness.
I love it. So the business is sample-based product business. Create a high-quality product, give away beautiful samples, create personal connections, and let the product speak for itself. Invest in the experience, not just advertising.
And remember Estée's lesson, quality over quantity. Start with 1 or 2 products you absolutely believe in. Perfect them. Then grow from there.
Perfect.
Okay, who's going to start a sample-based product business? Send us your samples. Just kidding. But seriously, let us know what you create. Point. All right, everyone. That's episode 10 of season 2. We explored Estée Lauder's brilliant journey, from giving facials in beauty salons to building a $100 billion cosmetics empire.
Lesson. Experience is the best marketing. Let people try your product. Build personal connections that create loyalty, and focus on quality over quantity.
And our kid business idea, sample-based product business. Create something great, give away samples, build relationships, and let your product prove itself.
Next week, we're talking about Jeff Bezos, the man who started Amazon in his garage and turned it into the biggest online retailer in the world. His story about customer obsession and long-term thinking is incredible.
I cannot wait for that episode. Thanks for being here, Lily.
Thanks, Tallie. We're in the home stretch. Just one more episode after next week.
And thank you for listening. If you loved this episode, share it with someone who's thinking about starting a business. Leave us a 5-star review and send us your business ideas and samples. We love hearing from you.
Because quality and personal connection will never go out of style.
See you next time on Tallie Talks. Peace out.